Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show with your host, Anthony Sain. Now, let's get to the show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This is, of course, your host, Anthony Sain. Here with my guy, man. Kenny Stubblefield is in the building. Kenny, what's up, my boy?
My guy, you doing well?
Man, yeah, man. I've been extremely tired lately, man. I don't know what's really going on with it, but I'm gonna find a way to shake that real soon. I think not having to the responsibility of day job stuff ain't really sitting too well with me because I might, take a little shot of this, a little puff of this, a little, so eat this before I go to bed, or take this gummy or this cookie or whatever. Before, you just kind of end up where you end up, man. You get up whatever time, and you kind of make the day happen. Yeah. And you rock and do the show at 2. Reach out to sponsors, have a meeting, do volleyball stuff or whatever.
Yep.
I'm a volleyball dad now for sure, on a whole nother level. So,
Yeah, you've been a volleyball dad for a minute. You actually inspired me.
I could not shake it, bro.
You cannot shake it. Yep.
No.
I'm full on in it too. It's crazy. Like I was telling Tracy this, my wife, the other day. I was like, it has been weird transitioning out of the daily schedule of getting the kids to school, picking them up from school, like kind of everything kind of revolving around, making sure the kids are good.
Yeah.
And work just being all up in that at the same time. Yeah. Now it's like my kids are home, they're home from school. I'm like trying to figure out my schedule, trying to figure out my workout routine, trying to figure out everything. It's just kind of been a little bit strange, like kind of transitioning from that.
Yeah, and I was telling Julia this other day that like, man, I was thinking that when I didn't have the day job in the morning, I would just have all this free time to do all this stuff. That does not exist, bro.
Oh.
Like, it does not exist at all. It seems like I have less time to get stuff done now than I did when I was stealing time at the job.
It's because you have like 4 or 5 different lanes that you're in right now.
I'm doing so much stuff, bro.
You're doing so much stuff that you were given like a majority of you were given percentages to things, right? And now one of those percentages taken away. It's not like you haven't filled that with something else. You know?
Yeah, exactly. That time got filled up real soon. Like I said, I've been talking about this all this week. My organization, Memphis Magic Volleyball Institute, we are having free clinics starting June the 16th for young people in the city of Memphis, ages 8 through 18. It's going to be at One Accord International Church inside of their gym. I did not mention that when we did that review too, man. They have a very awesome gym and a football field out there.
Dang, that's
in their facility. Yeah, it's pretty dope. You need to come out and check it out, bro.
I will.
But they've got, as far as like church gyms and stuff goes, they have to have one of the best for sure.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna start that. It's gonna be Monday evenings from 4 to 5:30. You can still sign up. Go to my Twitter page, go to my Facebook. You can find information there. Still working on getting a website and social media for that. We're so behind the 8 ball, man. We got this opportunity to get this done. So we're trying to get a lot done in a short period of time. So just bear with us on that, man. Like I said,
sounds like the start of Bluff City Media, how we got started.
Yeah, man, exactly.
3 weeks.
Exactly, bro.
We had 3 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm hustling hard trying to get things done for that. But check that out. Plenty of opportunities. We're going to have an adult league coming soon. We're probably looking at, I ain't told Julia this, but probably July the 1st. The 1st of July. We'll start rolling out information about that.
We know you're watching. Shout out.
Yeah. I ain't told her this, but I plan on rolling out this adult league very soon.
Oh, no.
So there are opportunities for fundraising, opportunities for guys and girls to be involved with helping us get this organization going. And I want it to feel like the city's team, Kenny Stubblefield. I want this organization to feel like these girls are the city's girls, and that everybody in the city can play a part in what we're doing with Memphis Magic Volleyball Institute. Man, it's gonna be off the chain. Had some very promising conversations today. Got some other leads to some other people that I want to connect with. Just a lot of great things going with Memphis Magic Volleyball Institute. But Kenny, just like I talked about how I want the girls that are part of this program to feel like the city's girls or the city's team, right? When these teams roll out. I had a discussion yesterday at the end of the show. Something that doing a live show does that you don't get when we're doing our pre-recorded shows for the last couple of years is that people drop things in the comments that kind of steer you away from where you want to go. Like it kind of takes you in a whole other direction. And a guy did something and it triggered me so bad, not in a bad way, but it pulled me, like it totally pulled my brain somewhere else at the end of the show yesterday. And he asked the question, Ja Morant or Tyrese Halliburton, right? And I gave a quick answer. My answer was Ja Morant. And it took me back to a conversation I had with this guy back when I was doing radio, and the conversation came up, Luka Doncic and Ja Morant. And my answer was a quick Ja Morant.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Oh, Sain, you're just full of crap, and this is you're just racist, and all this old crazy stuff is coming out from this dude, right?" And I blocked this dude. I've had to block this dude on several social medias because he kind of comes in. He'll come in on Twitter and he'll make a fake account. He'll say something dumb, or he'll come in my comments on Facebook and say stupid stuff. I've had to block this guy several different ways. I guess he's got over himself now, but he just refused me to just have my opinion that I'd rather on this team than have Luka Doncic, right? And I gave clear reasons as to why. Number one reasons was if we had Luka Doncic on this team, day one of Luka Doncic, the national NBA commentators would be trying to figure out. There would be a countdown at the bottom of the screen of days left until Luka's a free agent,
right?
Or days until the Grizzlies trade him. Like the national media will be trying to pry him out of Memphis immediately, bro.
Like they're doing with Ja right now. Like they're doing with Ja right now.
What they're about to start doing with Ja right now. But it's not nearly as bad. We're not really getting a lot of it. You see a couple of little trade ideas to have Ja in there, but I mean like straight up guys on TV saying get this dude out of Memphis. Like that would have been the entire rookie campaign of Luka Doncic. It would have been how did we get him out of Memphis and when did we get him out of Memphis? So and Ja's a guy who has a glove fit with the city of Memphis, right? And a guy who's got a big Grizzly tattoo on his arm. He just Ja's just so Memphis. And we say these type of things all the time. Like Ja is the city reflects in him and all these type of things, right? And it just made me and when the Grizzlies got eliminated this season, right? And when they got eliminated from the playoffs, Zach Kleiman came on and he made a statement saying, I know what type of players the city likes, and we have to get guys that are more of a fit for the city, right? And my good friend and one of my mentors, business partner, Kevin Cerrito, he does a radio show with Jeffrey Wright that happens to come on the same time we do, so you probably never hear that show.
Shout out Cerrito.
Your opportunity to hear Kevin Cerrito, hey, you it's gone. But anyway, check out the podcast of my guy Kevin Cerrito. He's on every Wednesday with Jeffrey Wright on 92.9 ESPN. Well, he talked about how he almost was kind of offended by some of the things that Zach Kleiman was saying. And I'll get into that. But basically, what I want to talk about in the opening segment of the show is what exactly does a Memphis player look like? That's something we kind of throw around a lot. And I kind of want to dig into the DNA of what that is. Something that I pride this show about is that we won't just talk about the breaking news or the big things that are going on. But I'd like to kind of look at things more from a social aspect, from a personal aspect, and just kind of have real conversations about things that other people in the city really won't touch. But I'm going to have some of those conversations throughout the longevity of this show.
Which is why doing it live is so cool because now we get to get real feedback in the comment section. So if you're watching the show in the live comment section, hit us up, man. Let us know what you think.
I am a born and bred Memphian. I'm 45 years old. Product of the Memphis City Schools, not Shelby County Schools, not Shelby Memphis City Schools or whatever it is called now. I am a proud product of Memphis City Schools, butter cookies, rectangle pieces, all those things, all the stuff that the kids can't even get now because they say it's unhealthy for them or whatever. Crispito burritos, all that, Kenny. I was there for it, right? I'm a product of Memphis City Schools. I've only lived in Memphis my entire life. Was married here, raised children here. This is the only place I've been, right? So I kind of know a lot about Memphis history, the culture of Memphis, right? And I started to say that a lot of times we kind of associate negative things with the city of Memphis, like and oftentimes fans, media, all these type of people, they try to live not just vicariously through the athletes of the city, but also live vicariously through the aura of the city, if that makes any sense, right? I know we can't curse during the 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes are over. I don't know, Kitty. I don't know.
10 minutes and 30 seconds. Let's go.
Okay. We there was a moniker a couple of years ago. It was Memphis is fuck. Everybody had a Memphis is fuck shirt, right? Or Memphis AF. It was just this big thing. And it kind of was something that people were using like a bat signal or a badge of honor for people who really, some people didn't even live in Memphis, bro. Like they didn't even live within the limits of the city of Memphis, right? And all these type of things. And people try to live vicariously through Memphis or try to put Memphis out in front. and it's always attached to some type of negative stigma for the city, whether it be somebody who's tough, somebody who's rough, somebody who's who can fight, or somebody who's got some dog in them, or all these kind of buzzwords, right? That are connected to the city of Memphis. And I just kind of I want to throw this story out here. Like, and like I talked to Cerrito about this, and he said that offended me because there are things about Memphis that people can connect to that aren't attached to any of those type of things, right? And when you look at Ja Morant in particular, and you say, okay, well, what makes Ja connect to Memphis? Is it that he's got this edge, or he's got this reputation, or he's got this thug appeal and all these type of things? Or could it just be more so that he has a relatable story, that he has an underdog story? Like, he's a guy who was counted out, those type of things. Because if you look at guys who are universally loved by Grizzlies fans, Zach Randolph is probably the #1 most beloved Grizzlies player ever. Like, there might be people who preferred Mark on the court and all those type of things, but Z-Bo had that thug edge and the checkered pass and all those type of things, right? Like, Z-Bo had all those things. He checked up all those boxes, but he also had an underdog story that you could relate to. Yeah. He was the guy that wasn't athletic, and he was the guy who just kind of beat you with skill and hard work and had this tough edge about himself. I think those type of things are the things that make players Memphis more than anything, right? I just sit sometimes and I just wonder, like, and I'll just say this, and I say this off the record a lot, and I'll say it on the record too. If Ja Morant didn't play for the Grizzlies, I really wouldn't care for Ja Morant, bro. Like, I would kind of put him in the same pile as I put the Trae Youngs of the world, the Donovan Mitchells. Like, he would be an annoying player if he didn't play for the Grizzlies to me, right? But now that he's here and you know his story and you see him raise his child here and all those type of things, you have a different type of feeling for Ja Morant being that he's here. If Tyrese Halliburton was drafted by the Grizzlies, would I feel the same way? I doubt it. I doubt if he ever would be relatable to me. But who knows, bro? You know what I mean? And that's another thing too. You hear people say things too often like, I would never, root for this guy if he played for me. There's not a player in the NBA, bro, that's not out here doing some straight up wild shit that I would not be a fan of if he played for the Grizzlies. That's something
I've had a few.
Understand.
I've had a few.
You did not like Vince Carter when he got here, and I did not understand it at all.
You know who he's my second least favorite Grizzly of all time. You know who my first is?
I know who mine was.
Grayson Allen. Couldn't stand him.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't like him.
Couldn't stand him. Did not want him on the. I could not root for him as a Memphis Grizzly. Couldn't.
You know, dude, I didn't care for when he was here. Quincy Pondexter.
Yeah, I know.
You dude was so annoying, bro.
Yeah.
That dude was so annoying for sure. But yeah, man. I just kind of posed that question out. Like, I think that a guy can be. A guy doesn't have to be rough and tough to be a Memphis guy, right? He could just have a story,
right,
that people can relate to. There's something about them that they like, right? So, like, and I was talking to Cerrito about this, and something he put out was, for a guy to be a Memphis player, we just have to relate to him. But in order for us to relate to these guys, they have to be accessible, bro. We gotta have to know these guys' story.
Yeah.
There was once a time when you could see these guys around town. I don't mean like going out seeing them, but like you could cut on the radio station, and there's an interview with this guy, or the GM is on every week, or on Vernon's show, or you see this random interview with X player at this. So on media day, you can turn on the radio, you can hear everybody on the radio, or you can watch them on you. I mean, it was more than just a Grind City Media thing, right? And shout out to Grind City Media. I have legit friends that work for Grind City Media. Yeah. I think I'm cool with pretty much everybody over there. Like, I ain't gonna say everybody. Some of y'all don't fuck with you, but there are a lot of people over there that I'm cool with, right? So I wish I applaud everything they do. But the fact that you only have access to the guys possibly through them, and you also don't see them on there either, it's just not not the way that you connect a city to a fan base, or connect a city to players, because there's so many awesome stories over there. We did a great job, I think, of showing people the human side of Jalen Wells, right? And I think that narrative will become who Jalen Wells is to the city of Memphis. He's a guy that's a Memphis kid. That's a Memphis type player. But there's nothing about Jalen Wells that checks off any of those boxes that people throw out as being the narrative of what a Memphis player is, right? He's a kid from a 2-parent home. and Mr. Wells and his mom I think they're a little older.
Yeah.
I don't think they had Jalen in like their 20s or 30s. You know what I
Right.
mean? They're probably more like my parents were. And he comes from that type of home, straight-laced kid, not a tattoo on his body. You probably never heard him curse. You know what I mean? You don't hear stories about him being out in the clubs nowhere. He's probably at the house right now, getting him a soul food plate with some macaroni and cheese or some barbecue or something and chilling. You know what I mean? Like, but that's a guy that the city of Memphis embraces, though, bro. You know what I mean? But he ain't no thugged out kid at all. But like he's a guy he has a relatable story, the underdog. You know what I mean? So that's something that I just kind of want to just kind of throw that question out there, man. Like, what does a Memphis player look like? For instance, Marc Gasol was a very finesse player, bro. He was a lot more like Powell than we probably want to give him credit for, right? He was a very finesse player, very skilled player. Had a look. I ain't gonna say he was a soft player, but he wasn't like no super hard-nosed dude. You know what I mean? But people loved Marc because he was just a relatable dude, man. And that's just something that I wish going forward that the Grizzlies would make more of an effort to make these guys be more relatable, right? There's such a distance between these guys, especially when they're sitting every other game, and you know what I mean, load management and all these type of things, right? And it just makes guys just not makes you not really care about these dudes, bro. You know what I mean?
We've heard this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, we've heard this old adage about Memphis and to the point where it's kind of played out a little bit. Like, if you embrace the city will embrace you. We've heard that for years and years and years. And everybody uses it, and it's kind of played out. But I think it in a lot of ways, what you're talking about is specifically with a guy like you kind of juxtapose two different guys. You had Zach Randolph and you had Jalen Wells, right?
Two totally different kids.
You couldn't talk about. I mean, you couldn't say anybody like we're two totally different guys than each other. Growing up the way they grew up, the situation, what they look like, how they act, how they talk, whatever. But it's like one of the things about both of them. I think the common thread that runs through both Jalen and Zach Randolph is that they're in the city, and you can kind of feel like they actually do genuinely care about what's going on with the people in this city.
Yeah.
And that to me is a the one common thread. I don't think it really matters at all how you grew up or what your reputation is or anything like that.
Right.
More so, when you're here, are you giving it your all, and are you do you care about this city?
Yeah,
right? Like,
that's another thing too. Like, you look at Jaren, right? Like, Jaren, there's nothing Memphis about Jaren. He is as Hollywood as they come. Rich kid, silver spoon in his mouth.
Dresses funny.
Dresses weird. Talks weird. Like, all these things. But he embraces the city, and Jaren does things that make you proud of Jaren. Like, oh man, look at Jaren doing this. Look at Jaren, paying for this program, or speaking for this thing for girls' rights in sports, or making this donation to this, or telling people to go out and vote, or supporting the vaccine, or whatever he's doing. Whether you agree with those things or not, those are things that he's doing that are social issues that he's making a stand about, and things that make you proud to say Jaren plays for the Grizzlies. Or when Ja and Dylan are being dickheads in the playoffs, Jaren is the one taking the mic when these dudes are saying we don't want to talk to the media. Like, or open practice, hey guys, it's gonna be a great year. Thank y'all for coming out. Or the end of the season, hey, it's been a tough year. Thank y'all for riding with us. Like, he's as Hollywood as they come. I don't mean Hollywood in North Memphis. You know what I mean? I don't mean that ain't the Hollywood I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about, like, he's not a Memphis dude, but there are certain things about him that do latch on to the city. And I'll throw this out as we wrap up this segment, because it's stuff, which I think has been a good segment as well. If you have a beloved player on your team, or guys that you think fit the culture of your city, or you just became ingrained with the one reason or another, in my opinion, those type of things, they don't supersede winning. They don't supersede winning a championship. Another dude, Brandon Clark, is a freaking weirdo. Thank you, Ken Darius. Man, Brandon Clark is weird as hell, but we like him. You know what I mean? There's nothing about Memphis with Brandon Clark. I guarantee you when the season is over, Brandon Clark, but while there's sweat still on his brow, he's getting on a plane headed back to wherever he's from. He's gone.
Canada.
But you
Isn't
feel
he Canadian?
like he's a dude. Yeah, but you feel like he's a dude that you can relate to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was about to say this is why these comments get on my nerves, man. Because it throw me out so bad, bro. All right, so what I was saying was if you got guys on your team that you can fall in love with, you can relate to, that are guys that you call the city's guys, right? Those type of things, they'll never equal a championship. But they can make a 10-year run feel magical, bro. That grit and grind team that we had with Zebo, Tony, Mark, and Mike, in the grand scheme of things, the folks didn't do shit, bro.
They didn't do anything.
Because the year that they went to the conference finals, like it was like they literally had the weirdest path ever to get to the conference finals. Like everybody's best player got hurt on their path to go to the conference finals, right? And they never did it again. They never got close to doing it again.
Right.
And the same thing that we kind of put those guys in this herald ground of going to the conference finals, this weird ass Timberwolves team has done it twice. They've done it 2 times, bro. You know what I mean? Like since then, like James Harden took 3 weird ass teams to the conference finals, and nobody calls him a winner. They call him a freaking loser. And he took 3 different iterations of a Houston team to the conference finals, right? But because you could relate to those guys, and because they were guys that you took pride in them being on your team and took pride in them wearing your city across their chest, you like those dudes and they're relatable, man. And I think that those type of guys are on this team, whether they're finesse, hard-nosed, soft, or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
There are guys on this team that we can relate to and we can like, but I think the organization has to do a better job of making those guys come off that way, because the way that they allow those guys to be covered is so freaking strange, bro.
It is weird. Let me ask you a question before we move on from this segment. I got one last question for you. So the frustration that I think that we have felt from the Memphis Grizzlies fan base over the last couple of years, is that frustration because of the lack of winning, or is it because a lack of relatability, a lack of frustration with the I guess the perceived culture with the Grizzlies right now? Like, what do you think that frustration has been?
The answer to that is yes, bro. I think it's all of it. Because it's crazy because they're winning as many or more games as those teams back to the grit and grind teams are winning, right? They're winning, they're scoring. Like we say that like Jaren is, we'll say that Jaren is never be like Jaren's not as good as Zebo, right? But I think the most Zebo ever scored in the game for the Grizzlies per game is like 17, 18 points per game. I think Jaren averaged like 22. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but you would never say, well, Jaren's as good as Zebo, right? But these guys are really freaking good. Jaren, Ja, Desmond Bane. Okay, in the history of the Memphis Grizzlies, if I said Desmond Bane is the best 2-guard to ever play for the Memphis Grizzlies ever, that's a fact. He's better than Michael Dickerson. He's better than who you want to say? Tony Allen? What are you talking about?
Courtney Lee.
Courtney Lee. What are we talking about? Bane's better than all these dudes. Now, TA is one of the greatest defenders of all time. So if you want to say it, TA ain't gonna argue with you. But what I'm saying is, these dudes are really good basketball players, bro. Like, and they also got Ja Morant on this team too. Like, these guys are really good, but they're just not. I'm not gonna say they're not relatable, but they're not being made accessible to be relatable. I think they're all guys we can relate to. And the closest thing that relates to us to Desmond Bane is a commercial for Memphis that they've shoved down our throat of him and his wife and baby walking around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all we get. And I'm sure there's some very awesome Desmond Bane interviews that could kind of show you more of who Desmond Bane is. Like, I've heard that about him. I've heard that about him from people behind the scenes that are like, man, talking to him like behind the scenes, just like great. in real conversation. Desmond is like one of the guys that you just go, this is what I want the cornerstone of my team to be like. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But you don't see it. You don't get to see it publicly because they don't put them out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like I said, man, I did not intend this to be a hit piece on Grizz PR. This is not what this is intended to be.
No.
But I just hope that as fans, we just remind ourselves that a Memphis guy doesn't have to be like Isaiah Stewart ain't the only dude that's a Memphis guy. There are a lot of guys in the league that we probably would like if he was on our team, bro. Like it ain't like just
we would probably love Isaiah Hartenstein. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Isaiah Stewart or Isaiah Hartenstein. We would
exactly.
Love them,
I'd like both those Isaiahs on my team.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Know?
Bro. The kid from losing Isaiah, Reggie Jackson. You know what I mean? So
oh, that's funny.
So man, it's just You know what I mean? Like I just because right now, like because we have such a talented team, we have these expectation levels of, oh man, these guys, they got to win a championship. They got to win a championship, right? And those things are cool. Like they should win a championship. But like, don't get so caught up in that you miss what could be a really fun run over the next, whatever amount of years, man. Because I think it's really gearing up to be that way. Like I said, we're about to celebrate 25 years of the Grizzlies being in Memphis, man. In that time, we've got a lot of memories piled up into that 25 years.
Yes, we do.
Time. You know what I mean? A lot of good memories, and I think there are more to come. But Kenny, we're about to take a break, man. When we come back, bro, the 3-pointer is gonna be on the Anthony Sain show. I got more stuff I just don't understand. I gotta talk about.
We gotta talk about some stuff.
And one thing in particular that I did not know I needed in my life until it got into my life. We'll talk about that and more when we come back from the Anthony Sain show. See you guys in a minute.
Yeah. Oh 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 yeah. And by the way, we ain't going nowhere. Solar flare, ultraviolet light beam. When we appear, be prepared. A couple dudes from Memphis moving mountains with their prayers. Surrounded by the thousands, yeah, a cloud of witnesses. Cheers are filling up the air. God called us, God got us. It's the sentiment we share. Feeling fresher than a dynamite. Know who you dealing with. About to get this thing cracking like a kick in the snare. From the kicks that we wear, cross that we bear, our souls in it. Cold with it, just go with it. God scripted. Got the mission, called the count stuff, then God flipped it. Triple my work with a new birth, that's how he did it. Oh yeah, won't he do it? He'll take me there, he'll take me through it. He'll build a flesh, got a Lucy Lou it. Pride before the fall, that's how Lucy blew it. Yeah, I declare, I decree. About to take the city like scot-free. We're here to change the culture, not debate about the top 3.
Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderland Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code BluffCity for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain show, man. Let's get into it, man.
Real quick. Rusty said, we were talking about Brandon Clark in the first segment. He said, Rusty Wooten said, look at his IG. It's going wild. BC is in Japan right now in a Harry Potter robe.
Oh, that dude weird. Super weird. But we fool with him, man. Like we fool with BC, bro.
Yeah.
You know a reason why we fool with them guys so tough though? Because Ja's rookie year, they did everything they could to show you Ja, Jaren, and Brandon Clark together, and that was your young core. And they pushed that stuff, and we as media, we had access to them, and you saw these guys, and they were together, and they packaged them 3 together, and you got to see their personalities. They don't do those things no more, bro. And we've seen these dudes, and that's crazy, bro. Because man, I can't get off of this subject. Bro. Because if you think about the Grizzlies, right? There was like a 10-year run where we like whiffed on drafts. Like we just were horrible. Where it was like Mike Conley,
Hakeem Warwick.
It was hold on. It was like Mike Conley. We drafted him. He was a good player. And then Dylan Brooks. Like it was like that long of a run before we had a rookie that was decent on this team, right?
Right.
And now you hit on all these good young players. And we were watching these dudes grow up as being kids to being grown ass men.
Yeah.
And there's nothing chronicling that story, bro. Like that alone would be super dope in Memphis if we had access to that type of stuff, bro. Like we watched Ja get here, as his hair's growing, we watch him grow, bro. Like we watched Ja had a little fro one year. Now he's got hair down his back, and he had a baby in the stroller. And now his kid's like 8 years old. You know what I mean? I think what is he? What 7 now? 6?
He's like 7, yeah.
Yeah, we like come on, bro. We watch these dudes be grown ass men.
We saw them when she was a baby walking on the court.
Literally like a newborn. No, we watched her in a carrier, bro. Like little baby like that.
Yeah.
Like, and we saw Jaren being like this skinny, goofy ass kid who like couldn't focus to answer a question. Like you asked him a question, he started talking about Dragon Ball Z and shit. Like we watched this, bro. And like we should be way more connected to these dudes than we are.
And now he served a role as a vice president of the Players
Players Association. Like why is it not a sit down with Jaren by local media to talk about this? It's so nuts, bro. It's not even where I want this conversation to go, bro. But anyway, here we are. It's time for the 3-pointer, man. We're talking about 3 things that are going on in the world of sports. I just got done talking about things I do not understand about the Grizzlies and all this type of things. But one thing I do understand, Kenny Stubblefield, is that even though I'm on here by myself, waiting for you to come back, I'm not sure what happened.
My bad.
One thing I do understand, Kenny Stubblefield, is that in a world where you might go get, I've seen some ugly tattoos out here in this world, Kenny. I've seen some stuff that's like somebody who was on crack did a tattoo for these people. And I've seen the good people at Trilogy Tattoos fix those type of situations, Kenny, because they have some of the best in the city. You go on their website, you can see some before and afters where they've taken some of these ragtag tattoos y'all have gotten and made them into masterpieces. You can get that from the crew over at Trilogy Tattoo. One Memphis location over on Highland. Y'all know where it's at, man, on the Highland Strip. Been there for 27 years. Used to be open 24 hours, if I'm not mistaken, Kenny Stubblefield. Yep. Now, I think they get you up out of there. I think 11 is when
11 to 11 is when they're
11 to 11 are the hours. Yep. Super dope, super clean, great environment over there. My guy, Richard Jarvis, proud sponsor of the show. Go check him out over there at Trilogy Tattoos. Get yourself straight, man.
Hey, man, I want to show you something, man. I was there yesterday.
Get it, man.
I was there yesterday. You're gonna see a commercial coming out soon from my time there about Trilogy. But I got some ink yesterday, man. I got some ink.
Oh yeah, check it out, man.
Look at that.
My boy Silas in the building, man.
Yeah,
that's what
man.
I'm talking about, man.
So everybody knows. I think I've talked about this a little bit. My son, I have an 11-year-old son who's on the autism spectrum, and so part of the autism awareness is this. Their life is a puzzle, and it's trying to find the puzzle pieces and fit it together and help him grow. And so, man, I love to be able to honor Silas and his growth. And
my
so
dog.
I did that by getting a autism awareness tattoo yesterday from Trilogy, and guys were awesome. Mark was my tattoo artist. Dude is awesome. He is fast and good. Loves to talk Grizzlies basketball. So we had a good time, man. Just a great place. Sure. Great place.
I'm thinking about getting me one too, man. I'm thinking about getting your whole tattooed on my arm. Your whole probably been on my arm before, man. You know what I'm saying?
On your arm
or in the past.
On your arm.
Keep your hoe on my arm, man. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway,
oh, wow.
Let's get to the 3-pointer, man.
Here we go, man.
I don't know what order these jumps coming in, man, but just roll with me, Kenny. Number 1. Speaking of folks who need to cover something up, man, my guy Ron Killings.
Oh, man.
His,
He's back, man.
He's back, bro. Other night at Money in the Bank, a premier WWE event, Ron Killings made his return to WWE. Some people think it was a work. I thought it was a work, but after doing further research, it was not a work, bro. He was let go by the WWE. Fan demand made them reconsider it. They tried to reach out to him. He would not answer the phone. They tried to call him for I think 2 days, and he did not answer the phone. Would not return text. After the third day, I believe, they were able to get him on the phone. They renegotiated a contract with him, and Ron Killings is back in the WWE. He made his return. He speared John Cena, took off the hoodie. I was like, oh my God, a black man about to go to jail. All I saw was a black man at the ankle. And I said, oh man, somebody about to go to jail. Somebody ran into the ring. But it was Ron Killings. He made his return. He made his official return with the promo last night on Monday Night Raw.
Right.
And he announced that he did the thing saying that I am not a gimmick, and that R-Truth, joked around too much. Now y'all about to get the real me, Ron Killings. And I think they killed it, bro. I'm sorry. I think they killed it in a bad way, because the night that he did it that he returned at Money in the Bank, right? He the WWE released a Ron Killings t-shirt that night. Like, bro, y'all are so hungry for money that y'all screwed up the unveil, bro. Like, they should have just left it like it was and then let him say, I'm not R-Truth anymore, I'm Ron Killings the next day. Then it'd be like, oh shit, it would have been super dope if they did it that way, because then they could have dropped the shirt. But they
like
did
let
the
him
shirt.
wear the shirt out there in the ring.
Well, let's just say I'm Ron Killings, like debut that as he says it, and then drop the shirt. Like the way they did it was weird to me. But I think it's super dope. I'm going to predict that he will get the belt off of John Cena. He's going to have a world championship run. I'll obey how short it may be. I think he's going to get the belt. I think he's going to be the person to take the belt off of John Cena.
It's going to be a Kofi Kingston style run where it goes for like everybody talks about it for a little bit, and then he has it for like 2 days. But
the reason why that brother should have went to go see my guy Richie Jarvis and them at Trilogy Tattoo, that brother, as part of him showing y'all that he for real, this ain't no gimmick, he pulled out some scissors, Kenny Stubblefield, and cut them long ass dreads out his head. Now that brother dreads started back here.
Oh yeah.
And the hair that was thinning, he had it cut in some type of design that looked like dreads or something. That man cut them dreads off. I said, brother, you should have played. You should have just came out pre-bald.
Just bald. Just go bald.
Cause that man shit,
just go for
that man shit was nasty. And this dread's been nasty for a long time. He cut them joints off. Amen to you, Richard Jarvis. Richard Jarvis, reach out to R-Truth. We might have get him on. You might want to be one of the first people we get in the chair.
That's right.
Let that man tattoo that brother head. Cause that man, that man was looking sick. All right, Kenny, number 2. Whatever you put up is what I'm gonna roll with.
Are you ready? Do we want to go? Do we want to go with? Let's keep the same. This one's not as serious. Michael Beasley overload.
Hey, Michael Beasley is a part of some organization. I don't know who these people are.
What is that thing? What one-on-one?
It's some one-on-one league. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The next chapter is what they're called.
Okay.
Michael Beasley had a one-on-one game with my guy, Born Ready Lance Stevenson, right?
Right.
And they talked so much shit, and they dropped every promo. Bro, Michael Beasley may be a genius. Like, he may be the funniest dude in the world, man.
Or he may legitimately be crazy. He may be crazy.
Crazy. Somebody said, thank God for basketball, because Michael Beasley is legit crazy.
Dude, did you see what he said to Lance the day before the game?
I have a quote. He says, when describing what he was going to do to Lance Stevenson on the court, Mike Beasley, be easy, Beasley, super cool B says, I'm going to do it to you real nice and slow. I'm going to do it to you like it's sexy. I'm going to have you shaking ass. You're going to be shaking ass with your guard beat. And because of the way he's acting the fool, the way the Twitter aggregators work, more Michael Beasley crazy shit just started coming out the woodworks, right? And there's a clip where he's talking to the streamer dude. I can't think of his name. He's talking about how he beat LeBron one-on-one. And he asked him what was the score. And Beasley got this thing he does with, it was a lot to a little. Like that's the score. Like, bro, I didn't know I needed that phrase in my life until I heard Michael Beasley say the score was a lot to a little, bro. Hey, Michael Beasley is the funniest dude in the world. And he's a dude that I was so pissed. The year the Grizzlies had him on their roster and cut him in not even preseason, like training camp. So I don't even think he even played a preseason game. Bro, I was so pissed, bro. Bro, my Grizzlies run, it was that team that had Zebo, and it was like Zebo, Tony Allen, Mike Conley, Mike Beasley, like still being able to hoop Mike Beasley would have been on that team, bro. Like, and I'm disappointed I never got to see that. Still disappointed. I've been a Beasley fan forever, and I'll die one. And I did not know I needed this Michael Beasley stuff in my life the way that I do. But it is here now. And
there are 3 guys that I've heard about, like that you heard people talk about while they were in high school, that were like, these dudes are can't miss guys.
Yeah.
Like talent level off the charts. To this day, the best players in the world don't want to touch them. One of them was LeBron James, obviously. LeBron was coming out of high school. The hype machine was way behind him, and it well-deserved. He was phenomenal. The second one was Cam Reddish. Man, dude, you talk to dudes from like back in the day. Like I heard Trae Young talk about Cam Reddish and was like, when I saw him walk in the door at AAU tournaments, I got scared.
He was a real deal.
A real deal. And the third was Michael Beasley.
Michael Beasley, a monster. Like, he was so cold in college, bro.
Dude, that Kansas State, when he played for Kansas State, averaged 20 and 20 for Kansas State as a freshman.
He's still a bucket right now, bro. Like, to this day, whatever age, 40, whatever he is, he's still a bucket. Like I said, one of my favorite players to watch of all time, Michael Beasley. I did not know I needed this much Michael Beasley coverage, but I'm thankful to whoever's provided. Number 3. This one grinds my gears, Kenneth Stubblefield. Why can't we just let Angel Reese live? Why can't we just leave her alone? I don't know what she did. I just saw some clip of her.
She's dancing in the front of a camera.
Right.
She had an outfit.
I just saw, and then like all these people attack her. You see all these videos. We live in an aggregated society where one person does something, I'm going to do the same thing for content. And you see all these videos about how, oh man, the WNBA is cooked, and they show her shooting the air ball or missing shots or whatever. Let's break down and just really say what Angel Reese is, bro. Angel Reese is a dirty work big in the WNBA. Yep. She's not Kevin Garnett. She's not Jokic. She's not in those. I don't even know what her comp would be, bro. She'd probably be like Isaiah Stewart for the WNBA. Like, that's probably like what her skill level is, right? Like,
is she the beef stew? Is she beef stew?
I don't know, because she ain't the type that's out there trying to fight. I don't know, bro. I don't know what she would be. I'm trying to think like who she would be, bro. Like, all she's gonna do is go get rebounds. She's gonna go play defense. She's gonna play hard. You can't give her the ball and expect her to score. She might go give you 20 points, but it's just not who she is.
Is she Rodman? Is she Dennis Rodman?
She's a Dennis Rodman, right? But the fact that she's turned that into being, if not the most, no, she's no. Bo Outlaw was never that impactful. The fact that she's turned that into being top 3 marketable player in the WNBA should be commendable. Like, you should end the conversation there. The fact that she's a clear role player and like with no offensive like bag at all. The fact that she's a clear role player. She's not a offensive star at all. And the fact that she's freaking Ben Wallace of the WNBA, and that has made her top 3 marketable player in the entire league. That alone should end the conversation. Like, it really shouldn't be anything else to say. Like, the conversation should stop right there. Like, the fact that she's done this, bravo, kudos to you. When she was playing college basketball, nobody could touch her, men or women, as far as NIL is concerned.
Oh my God.
For that alone, there's nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
She is a megastar.
And
she's made herself marketable. She was the Bayou Barbie. And people, for that alone, it should end the conversation, bro. She's in a league where she makes $75,000 a year.
Right.
But yet she's a millionaire because she's marketed herself in a league that probably doesn't really know how to market her, and they market the hell out of her. But she's marketed herself, and she's not a star player. She's not Asia Wilson, who you can give the ball to and she turns into Anthony Davis. Like, that's not who Angel Reese is. But she was a great college player, and she's a great WNBA player too. And you see people criticize her and the things that she does. The fact that she is a beautiful woman, and oftentimes in sports, women will be like, I don't want to be looked at because of my beauty. I just want to go play the game. And Reese is like, damn all that. I'm going to play the game, but I'm pretty. I mean, I'm pretty, I'm jazzy, I can sell myself. I'm going to set myself up for a career after this basketball, the air is out of this basketball, or after these knees tear up, right? Or because I'm only going to be here a certain amount of time. Y'all only going to be able to pay me this amount of money. I'm going to market myself to be the biggest star I can. There were only a handful of ladies in the WNBA who have a signature shoot, and she is one of them. Yeah. She averages 9 points a game and 13 rebounds. And she's one of the most marketable players in the league. She's an enigma. But you know the crazy thing about these type of things is, if she was a guy, they would call her Reggie Bush, and no one would be knocking the stuff she's doing. If she was a soccer player, they'd call her David Beckham, and nobody would be knocking the stuff she's doing. Those two guys were way bigger for stuff that, for their looks, their appeal, their sexuality, all those type of things. They were way bigger in those arenas than they were as professionals. Same kind of story. Reggie Bush was one of the biggest names in college football. Got to the NBA, he was kind of just a dude. Angel Reese is kind of just a player in the NBA. She leads the league in rebounding. She's one of the league leaders in rebounding, but she's not a total package type player. She's gonna play defense. She's gonna get rebounds, and she's gonna look sexy. And she's gonna market herself, bro. And that's just what it is, bro. I don't understand why people are upset about anything she does. Now, can I look at her and have like conversations about whether I think what she's doing is cute or the stuff that she's doing? That's a totally different conversation. But to knock her for marketing herself and doing her thing is absolutely nuts, bro. And I just the conversations that people have about these things, the insane level of, and people are saying like, well, she accused people of saying racist things to her, and when they researched those things, they found out that never happened. Like I hate to break these things down to you, but when you're in a hostile environment like that, you might not be calling me an N-word, but I know the things that you are calling me because you think I'm an N-word, right? Or because you can't call me an N-word, so you're calling me something else. Or you saying that I suck, or you saying that I'm trash, I can tell when it's racially, feud or whatever, right? So just because there weren't people out there calling her an N-word doesn't mean that it wasn't racially charged things coming towards her. And the audacity to think that it don't exist when you see some of the things on social media that come that young lady's way. I salute her, man. I think she's amazing. I think the fact that the lanes that she's opening for young ladies as entrepreneurs, bro, to be enterprising the way that she is, I don't understand how anybody can knock anything she's doing. Because when guys do it, nobody cares. You know what I mean? And I made a not a comparison on Twitter, but I just basically said we watched Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the middle of an MVP season do a full marketing campaign, like design a shoe, all these type of things, do a full marketing campaign, and go do a music video with Drake. Like, and nobody was like, "Oh man, you need to focus. Go focus on him because you got championship to win." Like nobody did all this with him, bro. Like it is insane. He's a millionaire from the basketball alone. If you don't do nothing else,
right?
But people knock Angel Reese just for going and doing her thing. And
how much of it is
absolutely crazy?
How much of it is what Chris is saying? The problem saying is that her fans talk and defend her as if she's Jordan, so people troll her and her fans back.
Just on both sides of things, nobody should pay attention to those idiots either.
Right.
Like there are people there are people there are idiots on both sides of the conversation. Yeah. I don't pay those people any mind any more than I pay the idiots on the other side. But the thing is, bro, she's top 3 in the league in rebounding, I believe, and she's averaging almost double digits a game. I want to say last year she had an even better career. I'm convinced that some men just don't like pretty women. I had a woman pull me to the side and said a lot of men don't actually like pretty women. Like they some guys are just offended by women that are attractive and doing anything. And I think this is what it is. Like I the fact that she has made herself this marketable in this league is commendable. And another thing, kid, as we wrap this up, y'all didn't do this to that white tennis player, man, who was ass and was just pretty and was a model. Y'all didn't do this to her. Like, yes, her, that girl, I can't think of her name. You know who I'm talking about, from like 15 years ago. She was a full-blown model and a tennis player at the same time.
Sharapova?
I don't know.
But
that sounds about right, though. They did not do this to that girl, bro. Like, it is crazy. It's absolutely crazy because that girl was not good as a tennis player. She was average as hell as a tennis player, but she was a much bigger celebrity as far as her beauty and all those type of things. People weren't coming with pitchforks toward that girl for doing her thing on the side. She was literally a full-blown model at the same time. But yeah, man, go ahead, bro. I think
this goes back to, and I know we want to close this down, but the
Anaconda Corbett. Thank you, Jarvis.
Oh, there you go, Richie. Yeah. I think it goes back to like social media, and I don't want this to sound like I'm an old man. Like we live in like our company, like the things that we do, we market ourselves on social media. But what it's done is it's kind of created this false sense of getting to know somebody, and then it's given a platform to people who don't have any business having a platform. It platforms people that are like you said, comparing her to Jordan or saying she's dog water, right? Like it's the same thing.
It's crazy, bro.
It's the same kind of situation with the Grizzlies. Like all these guys are on social media, and yet you feel like you think I have access to them. They see the stuff that I write them. They whatever. They're tweeting things back. They're writing things back. We're seeing pictures of their lives. But what we're realizing is we're not getting access. We don't know these people.
Yeah.
Like we don't know them. Just like we don't know Angel Reese and her motivations. We don't know Caitlin Clark, her motivations. We don't know, Asia Wilson and her motivations on anything. I think it is tough because the social media world has once that snowball of demonizing somebody's intentions, when you start to say this is what her intentions are, then everything she does becomes negative, right?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
posting a video of herself dancing, in front of a camera. If you believe what you read about her, then automatically that's going to be taken as her intentions are this and they're bad. And that's just, that's a weird environment that we're in.
Yeah. And like I said, I see where Chris is going. I'm assuming this is Chris. No bluffing, this is Chris. I'm assuming it's not Evan.
Right.
In the comments.
Yeah, I think it's Chris.
Right? And I agree. I see where Chris is going. And the thing is, if you want to question like what lane she's in the way that she exposes herself, that's a fair conversation. Because there's some stuff that she does. And the daddy in me is like, hey, go sit your hot ass down somewhere. Like that crosses my mind a lot. But the fact that she's able to get into the podcast lane or get into the content creating lane or get into the marketing lane and selling products, I'm not mad at that girl about those things at all. I'm not mad at the fact that she is, using the fact that she's an attractive lady to do her thing outside of basketball. Because one thing you ain't hearing about her, you ain't hearing nothing about nobody sleazing her out here, man. Like you ain't hearing, like, I ain't saying it ain't happening, but you ain't heard nothing about her just being like a throw around.
Wasn't she dating Jalen Duren for a little bit?
Yeah, the rumor that she was dating her and Jalen Duren were dating.
Hey, man.
That was the rumor.
Shout
just like a Memphis end, bro.
Just like a Memphis guy.
Just like a Memphis end, man. But we about to take a break, man. When we come back, we're going to talk about something else that is just like a Memphis end as well. The kind of stuff we do out here in the M. We'll talk about that and more on Anthony Sain Show when we come back. See y'all in a minute.
Looking for an alternative to alcohol or conventional medicine? Check out Ounce of Hope, a Memphis-based dispensary with 2 local stores in the Sanderland Center and on South Cooper Street. You can get all the products you need in a location convenient to you. Each store offers an intentional shopping experience with dedicated bud tenders to answer all of your questions, from product selection and mushroom blends to our personal favorite, the Delta 9 seltzers. You gotta try the Peach Buzz. Try Ounce of Hope at either one of their 2 Memphis stores or at www.ounceofhope.com for convenient products shipped right to your door. Use the promo code BluffCity for 15% off any order, excluding sale items. Cannot be used in conjunction with other promotions or discounts. One use per customer.
One of the things that we said on this Tuomas Isalo staff is we needed former players and we needed guys with some chops and some experience. And the 2 names that have come out that have been leaked, and names like this, if you're interviewing for jobs, typically don't get leaked unless there's some backing to it and some serious things going there, are former head coach, most recently of the Milwaukee Bucks, one Adrian Griffin. You got Jared Dudley, former player, won an NBA title as a player in 2020. I don't know about you, Drew, but both of these coaches check a lot of boxes for me in what would be a great assistant coach.
Man, I love both. And I'll be honest with you, if he lands either of them, I'll be super impressed, because I didn't think that he really had the name or the draw that could get anybody to even answer the phone. Like, who in the world is Tuomas Isalo? I don't know. It sounds like spam. I'm going to hang up.
Tune in to the 2 Buck Sports Show with Rusty Witten and Drew Gann every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live at 11 a.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. Kenny, I'm assuming I was watching this clip of the 2 Bucks, right, with Drew Gann and Rusty Witten, right, and I'm assuming I'm probably like a generation older than both of them. I'm thinking that Drew's like 35, 36, right?
Rusty was in the comments section. I don't know how old he is. How old Rusty and Drew are? Probably in their mid-30s, I would say.
I'm assuming that neither one of them know who Jeff Weinberger is, right?
Oh,
God. You know who Jeff Weinberger, the late, great, legendary Memphis radio guy. Like, legendary Jeff Weinberger. When I hear his voice, is definitely when I hear his takes. Drew Gann is 2025 Jeff Weinberger, bro.
Oh, no.
And if he takes the time to go back into the archives, he going to be crying. He going to be laughing his ass off. Like, yeah, bro. Like, Rusty. as a project, go find out who Jeff Weinberger is, and that is Drew Gann, for sure. But Kenny, it is time for Inside the Same Brain, where I talk about stuff that's on my mind. Kenny Summerfield, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but if you drive down Goodman Road, Kenny, you'll probably gonna see a lot of traffic today, Kenny, because Raising Cane's has made its opening in the Memphis area. I try to explain these type of things to people who aren't from here. In this tri-state area of Memphis, Arkansas, and Mississippi,
Tennessee.
we call all this shit Memphis.
Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi.
Yeah, what I said, Memphis, Arkansas, Mississippi.
It's Memphis.
Exactly.
It's Memphis.
All this shit Memphis, bro. Like West Memphis is Memphis. It's literally Memphis. Like you're not even in Tennessee, but your whole town is called West Memphis. Y'all mugs is Memphis, bro. Horn Lake, you Memphis. South Haven, Memphis.
Millington,
Olive Branch, Memphis. Millings, all that. Like all like other states, we're calling those states a city that's not even in that state, right? So but Raising Cane's is coming to Memphis, right? And and they open today. And Raising Cane's is a place, some people call it Super Zaxby's, some people call it Watered Down Zaxby's, all these type of things. Raising Cane's is basically a place, very simple menu. All they sell is chicken fingers, bread, and fries. and like no salads, like nothing. Like very simple menu. Like they probably could easily do a salad and kill it, but they don't do it, right? They sell chicken tenders, bread, and fries, right? So, and coleslaw. That's the only things on the menu. They're a world famous place that's never been in Memphis before. They're opening today, and I drove past the area today because I was going to another place. Nuts. And this is before they opened. They had like DJs out there, people already in line. This is like at 10, right?
Oh my God.
And if you go down there today, I guarantee you go down there around 5, I guarantee you right now there's 1 million people. And I guarantee you going down Goodman, if you go past where that Target and stuff is, it's gonna be nuts. It's because it's right there. It's gonna be. You probably can't get over there at all, right? So, and I see those type of things. And if they make a post on social media, you'll see people saying, "I don't understand why people are in line for their nasty ass chicken," or they moved to Memphis, but they left the seasoning at the last location. You hear all these kind of jokes, right? All these type of things, right? And then and people knock like, okay, so why are you lined up to go get that place? Why don't you just wait? Like, is it really? You've waited for years. Can't you wait another week and just go on a normal ass day when they like that, or all these type of things, right? And if this is Memphis, so we got a Nike employee store here, right? And if a pair of Jordans comes out, people will go line up and stay overnight to go buy these Jordans. All these type of things, right? You see people who kind of put real effort into things that they're passionate about. Right. And my thing is, what I'll say to everybody is, bro, let people give a damn about what they give a damn about, bro. Like my good friend Peter Epperson, who I did my radio show with, he introduced me to a term I never heard till I was a grown man. And he said, "Don't yuck my yum." And I said, "Well, Peter, I like women, so I'll never yuck your yum ever."
Ain't no yucking and yumming going on.
Ain't no yum
around.
Yucking going on. Yucking going on. Especially not yours, Peter. But he basically told me that statement means if it's something that I like, don't tell me that I shouldn't like it. Like, let me be okay with what I like. Don't tell me something I think is good is bad. And if people want to go line up, if that's something that excites you to do those type of things, man, go do you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, for sure. Like Buc-ee's, for example, Buc-ee's. I get Buc-ee's, but I don't get Buc-ee's, bro. You know what I mean? But if people,
how dare you? How dare you? By the way,
with that being said, if you want to take a trip, but every time I see one, I'm gonna go by there, right? Because I know it's just a cultural thing to do. You got to go by Buc-ee's, right? Yeah. I get that. Like, I don't. But see, another thing about me is that even like when we do the church reviews, right? A lot of the churches I'm going to go to are not going to be my style of church, or just going to church in general really ain't my thing. But I do like to be around things that excite other people. Right. I do see people in their environment and see why they're motivated by the things they like. The fact that people are lining up to go get some damn chicken tenders, that's just pretty dope to me. Like, I'm not getting out there with their ass, but I think it's pretty cool that they're doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Another thing, like Bass Pro Shop, ain't my thing. I don't like going outside at all. I've been one time. I don't like to take the trash out, but so I'm not an outdoors guy. You know what I mean? I don't like cracking a sweat. In no situation do I like to crack a sweat. But
I mean,
Even then, I don't like cracking no sweat, bro. I like to have the fan blowing and like have me a nice towel or a towelette beside me. Some nice water. I ain't trying to be sweating all in your eyes. Oh, my bad. I'm sweating in your mouth. No, man, I'm good. I don't like none of it. Matter of fact, when you get out the shower, you need to get the shower and be dry before I even. I don't like being wet. I don't like no wet, nothing going on. Don't excuse pause, but that ain't true. But you know what I'm trying to say.
Big pause.
But yeah, man, like Bass Pro Shop, right? That ain't my thing. But sometimes I like going to Bass Pro Shop just to watch people, like that's their thing. I like to go just to watch, like to observe people that's their thing. Like I don't like. It ain't my thing, but I just like seeing it's a cool place to be to watch people do their thing. Like this, I kind of take people watching to the next level, bro. Because I will go do.
You are elite at it. Like, what is it that
I'm an elite people watching?
Like, what do you find so fun about watching people do their thing?
I don't know. It just brings me peace, bro. Like, I can go to. I love going to Crosstown Concourse.
Yes.
With my laptop and just sitting there and pretending I'm doing some work and just kind of watching people go through their day to day. Like I was watching this, I was intrigued. Not really listening to this lady's conversation, but just watching whatever the hell this lady was talking about yesterday on the virtual call. I was just intrigued by it. I was like, I wonder why they're so passionate. Why that lady's so passionate about it. And I don't know, bro. I'm just a weird dude, I guess, but I enjoy people watching. Like, I go out to eat by myself alone 10 meals a week, easily. Like, for real, easily 10, at minimum. And I'll sit there and I just kind of watch people, bro. I just kind of like to be around conversations. I just kind of be around people doing their thing and just seeing like families interact or just anything, bro. Like watching the dynamic of servers in a restaurant, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like coming together and dealing with people that like all that kind of stuff, bro. Like human behavior is something that's always been pretty dope to me. But I saw that to say, man, leave people alone, man. Let people do what they do, bro. They want to line up to go get some unseasoned chicken, whatever. Let them go do that shit, bro. Because you got something that you do too, man.
Why do we live in a time where there's not a whole lot of freedom to be able to just like, hey, you go do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you enjoy it. You like what you like. It doesn't impact me in any way. Like that doesn't seem to be the way that we roll at all in our culture.
Cause like my girlfriend Julia, right? Julia watches a lot of TV and she watches a lot of movies, right? But I give her a hard time because she don't actually be watching this shit. Like she'll be watching it and then she'll just go do some other shit. And then like she'll come back, oh, I really enjoyed that. Like, how did you enjoy it? You were braiding hair. Like, what are you talking about?
Bro, Tracy's the same way. She's the same way.
You're literally in another room the whole time.
The movie's going. Yeah, 100%.
But that's her thing, man. You know what I mean? I can't tell her that she don't enjoy movies because that's the way that she enjoys it. That's how she enjoys it.
That's what she
likes to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just her thing, and that's her piece or whatever. So who am I to tell her, well, you know you ain't really actually watched that movie, right? Like, yeah, you can't tell me nothing about it. Then she was like, oh, I ain't like that movie. Like, how? How did you not like it?
Black Ninja GJ says, Sain enjoys happiness. That seems to be
real, bro. Like, I know how to find peace in the simple shit, bro. I will get out of the house and leave everybody here. It will be by myself. And Gabe will look at me crazy like, hey, man, how you just gonna go?
How you just gonna leave? Where'd you go?
Hey, kid, go put some in the microwave. You'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
But yeah, man, let people do what they do, man. And they want to line up. Because there are people who are like super amped about Canes coming here, bro.
My daughter is ready. They're putting one. They got one coming actually in Memphis. They're building it right now. I forgot.
It's called Cocaines.
Oh, is it Cocaines? Is it called Cocaines?
We were just talking about we got to shake the negative stigmas. Here I am playing into them. But yeah, man, it's been a good one, man. It's been a really good show, man, for sure. If you wonder why I go on these peaceful tangents like this, there was this guy. His name was David Stein. I don't know if y'all remember him or not. He used to have a radio show. He used to come on like 3 a.m. And I used to be a guy who suffered with insomnia real bad. I never slept through the night. And I would catch this guy's show on the radio. And he would always spin things. He would talk about life through the journey of life through sports, right? And he would just kind of do this. I was always inspired by how he could have these multifaceted conversations about things with sports in the background. And I don't know, that's kind of subconsciously been part of what I do, man. But I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. Hope you guys have been enjoying the show. I'm going to ask y'all for one favor. People that are watching the show, as you tell me if I'm right or wrong, Kenny, as soon as the show is over, it's like a few minutes delay before it turns into an actual file, right?
Right. Yeah.
Where the actual comments can come up.
Where the actual comments can come up. Yes.
Yeah.
A few minutes. Yeah.
So if you would just hold tight for a minute, refresh your page, what you're watching it on. Go on YouTube, drop a comment, tell us if you enjoyed the show. Yes or no, or just put something in there, show some love. Drop your social media in there. We go through the comments. I want to make sure I follow everybody who's rocking with the show. Period. If you're rocking with the show, drop your comments, drop your social in the comments. I'll make sure I follow you guys.
Yep.
We are in a war with YouTube right now, and we need y'all to help us bail out of this. We are stuck in algorithm hell for things that are partly our fault and mostly not ours. But we are battling against YouTube right now. They got me right. I'm scared to talk. I'm scared to cuss. I'm scared to talk about this. I'm scared to talk about that. So if you would help us fight the YouTube algorithm, and just drop a comment, drop a like,
baby. Yeah.
Share this joint. But wait until it's over and don't put it in the live stream. We do want y'all to comment in the live stream, but as soon as the show is over, anytime between now, tomorrow, whatever, just go in the comments, drop an emoji, whatever it is, man. Yeah, all that type of stuff.
Wow. I got a new title for you. You're a naturalistic observationist.
Yeah. All of that. I guess I'll look that up and see what that means, but it's probably right.
Wow.
Well, man, for Kenny Stubblefield, it's Anthony Sain. It's been another good one. I lied to y'all yesterday and said Hunter Havoc was going to be here today. He'll be on here tomorrow, though. Kenny was bullshit. He'll be here tomorrow. Kenny got shit going on.
I want to say thank you. Shout out to everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bullshitting over here.
I had my shirt to match what I had on 2 days ago with Hunter, but I'll wear it tomorrow for the show.
Right. It'll be tomorrow.
It's all good,
It'll be tomorrow.
It's all good, man. Good interview with Hunter Havoc. You guys will see that tomorrow. And in the meantime, check out go get tickets to Bobby Ford's show at the Crosstown Brewery. Hunter Havoc's going to talk about that more tomorrow. Bobby Ford is doing some things in the city of Memphis with wrestling that we've never seen before. You guys may want to be a part of that for sure, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and we out.
Thank you for listening to The Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.